Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Flubcast. I apologize for the delay. A few people have written me and said, "Where is the Sevens Flubcast Dream Team?" And with this year, with all these extra tournaments, and with the Iran tournament, etc., as well as all the local tournaments, we saw some spectacular rugby. And I think a lot of it also was led by some of the under 19 programs, which were stellar this year. I'm so impressed. And of course, you have the Caribs and Sawan, Exiles and Silvos and School of Rugbies, and so much talent is coming through. And I will continue to ask these guys, whilst it's very good to play your sevens and train, please don't limit your games to just this. I hope you all start to get pushed through. I need to see some of you all making your way to some of these senior clubs for the 15 season, making yourself available. And I will continue to push some of these senior clubs to say, look, the model has changed a little bit, and which of these senior clubs is going to step up and make themselves more available to some of this talent. For example, let's say Northerns. I think it's fantastic. They saw their sevens program under a little stress, and they met up and joined with Yui, and they added Frank, etc., and Duncan. And it changed it up so much for them this year. I thought it was stellar. I'd also just say, even with trainings, is it impossible for Northerns, let's say, where at their home ground presidential, where they're only getting maybe 10 players at some times, but you look at it and you see so much of their players are coming from the East. Is it possible to have maybe one training a month in the East to access some of these players and maybe make themselves available for some of these other clubs? We will see, but it's whoever starts to look outside to open up their club to some of these players, that's who's gonna benefit. And of course, TNT is gonna benefit, because the more exposure these guys get now is gonna pay dividends in the future. So just talking about some of the under 19s, and I miss out so many, but just some names I just saw kept on popping up on the sheets. Of course, from Caribs, a lot of the outside backs, Jeremiah Moore was just unbelievable, Abram Eversley, Darius Alain, who continues to impress in that centre channel. A lot of these guys push and actually got some first team games as well, and they're not far off. Daniel Celestine, another player, big potential, and that fly half channel. It's opening up. You see the age of some of TNT's fly halves, and you see some of these guys stepping into that role, and you just wonder, are these the guys that are going to lead Trinidad? For Exiles, Adriano Batiste, sorry. How many times did I call his name? Just unreal pace. It is a bright star. And again, he actually played a game for Northerns in the sevens and scored a try against our national team. To tell you the caliber of the guy, Two guys actually I didn't call a lot for Exiles this year that I really wanted to just mention. Darian Lucas, who is the guy who wears that scrum cap, plays fly half for them. I think this guy is a big prospect. I really do. And Jarrell Cupid, another guy just with lots of talent. I'm not calling a lot of Samoa boys, but y'all are just on the cusp, just on the cusp. So I'm looking forward to y'all next year. For Silvos, of course, again, talent galore. I won't call him Matthew, Ezekiel, and seeing Matthew as well play that game for Caribs shows that they are pushing. They want more. They don't want to just be bracketed as under 19 players. They want to push themselves against the best. And School of Rugby, again, I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce the name. I keep on calling him Kwame. He's the under 19 prop, who I keep insisting to tell him again, find a senior club if you want to develop your game and get out there and play. There's so many more, but I may call one or two of them with my top 10 Flubcast Dream Team. Starting at number 10 is for Northerns, Jeremy Bonas. I was highly critical of Bonas's defense last season. I thought he went very high, and this year Bonas dropped his tackle height significantly. He is a little bit undersized. He is starting and insists he wants to play on the wing. I just keep on saying he just needs to tidy up his technicals. He's not far off being the scrum half that we're looking for. He is not disappointed on the wing either, but it is so good to see him working on his defense, finding areas of his game to improve. And he did some nice things even when he went across to Grenada, playing there with the Guyanese boys. He didn't look too far off. So well done, Jeremy Bonas. At number 9 for Harvard's Nicholas Mayhew, a guy who's still trying to work out some areas of his game. I talked about it before, his insistence of wanting to go on the outside. But in terms of gifts, in terms of the gift of speed, the gift, that acceleration, that separation ability, he has it there. So once he starts to add and continue to grow, but another player looked wonderful playing around guys who are putting in space for the Misfits. So congratulations, Nicholas Mayhew. At number 8, I'm going to give it to Jarrell Vincent, Exiles player, under 19 player who put himself and forced himself and played some games there even for Defense Force for Harvard, and he didn't look out of place. I always talk about the need to get that physicality, those big boys, those presence. He's got the pace and the willingness and the want to play amongst guys older, tons of experience. You don't want to just dominate it under 19. I want more. It shows, and I just hope he continues to push. A big, big prospect. At 7 for Caribs, the tank, Carlon Alexander. You know, I give him some talk because he is so fast and so nippy, and with his height and his body size, he breaks so much tackle, gets his hand free, and he did some great things. I do continue. I hope he continues to push, and you're only gonna have a 4 or 5 seasons left in your big man, and I hope you just squeeze the best tank out of yourself for the future. At number 6, we move to another Northerns player, Warren John, who just scored so many worldly tries this year. Some of the ones that just pop out into my mind against the national team, where he caught a kickoff, was somehow got free from Ballington, which most guys can't do, and had the pace to finish. He scored. I think he's by far the top try scorer for Northerns this year. And he's able to move not just on the wing, but he plays a lot of centre, and he's starting to make some big tackles as well. So well done, Warren John. At number 5, if I could just locate it quickly, I gave it to Damian Wilkinson, another Harvard player, another guy who just keeps on wanting to improve. You saw him with Misfits, and he did not look out of place. In fact, when I talked to some of the coaches, they were just so impressed. Besides with attitude, it's just effort, the engine on the young man, the willingness to do the dirty work, the willingness to win those rucks. And you're playing against some talented guys, and you realize your role. You don't want to just be that hot step out wide. The team doesn't need that. We need somebody to secure rucks. We need somebody to be that little bit of a link man. And Damien filled that. He wasn't far off being a part of the national program as well. And I just hope he continues to push and improve. At number 4, he's going to hate I included him here, but Richard Staglan, when he plays with Caribs, he's that cool head, that constant communication. I've spoke about him so many times. I don't want to linger too much on him again, but Richard Staglan still has something in the tank. You saw him go away again. Grenada, he was spectacular. That team in Grenada, beating some of those massive powerhouse 17, it just tells you how close we could be if we're willing to do that extra. It's not just about scoring tries, it's about the defensive effort. It's the load, stopping men. If you just want to score a few tries and do tackles off your chest or high, you're never gonna reach further. You're not gonna take Trinidad further. We need to push that a little bit more. And another guy I'm talking about pushing that a little bit more, who should be a part of that RAN team next year if he continues to work and improve, Isaac Small. Isaac Small is spectacular. He breaks, he thinks, and defensively he's hard. Just like his brother who's a superstar at RAN, Isaac is hard, and he's willing to do the dirty work. And he should not just be playing for club rugby and TNT. He should have aspirations. Too much talent goes missing. And another man, of course, in that breath is number 2 for Caribs, Anderson Joseph, another person who's, when he's not playing for Caribs, he is missed. The island. I think he is also, what's nice about Anderson is, besides him being able to cover half the back line, either centre or wing, and I'm sure he could excel at fullback as well, when he plays flank for the national team, or 8-man, which he did in Guyana and was outstanding. He could play prop for the Sevens as well. He just is one of those players that you could trust to bring on and do his role so well, and he does it for Caribs. So I understand, I know, life sometimes gets in the way, but boy, just keep on going, brother. I just we're so close, and now we have a year of prep, and we could wait until 2 months before and it'll be fine. I mean, what we did this year was beyond most countries' dreams. Just interesting. I mean, could we do more? Is it possible? Let's see. But with that, the last piece of the puzzle. Number one goes to Shakir De Freitas for Defence Force. I was so impressed with his captaincy this year. Uh, that is a team, Defence Force, who plays on the edge. They are physical, they're in your face, they'll get to you. But his ability to know when to up the tempo, when to talk to the guys, you saw it in Harvard in the final. They were so close to going to the football, just boiling over and giving away a yellow card. And the way he's able to settle players, speak to them, know, manage, and his physicality as well. I just keep on saying it. We need guys who put guys down. We need guys who could separate and create space for others and suck in. And when these massive guys from Canada, etc., get into contact, are unable to just hold you up, could get your knee down, create that ruck, separate. It's all good to beat up guys on the local circuit, and you weigh 140 pounds. When you reach to that next level, we need guys who can match physicality, match the mentality. Get out of the small pond. We're playing in the big leagues. You need to get nasty. You have to be able to utilize 100% of your talent, not just 99. Oh God, I'm usually just able to give that stiff arm. I'm usually just able to give this tackle. No, unleash every single bit. And you see that when Shakir plays. He wants to dominate the collisions. When he has some space, he's able to finish. He put guys away. And that is it. So that is the Flubcast Dream Team. I've spoke to a few coaches and they seem to agree with it. So all the best, guys. Good luck. Another sevens tournament coming up in February, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you some more of that. I hope to be there. Try to get out. If your club is not participating, be a part of it. There's big prize money involved. Get yourself on a team that is pushing to compete. Do not go, if your club is going to say, yeah, oh God, we'll be going out and we have, we're using 4 props and 2 hookers and a lock, and yeah, you could play on the wing, you're fast, and say, well, look, guys, if we're not taking it seriously, all well and good. I'm going to play with a club in this tournament that is out to win and is training to win. Win. Be the best version of yourself. Anyway, all the best. See you next year.